Percy and Toby were lost for words. For years they have known Thomas, and he had never mentioned his demon brother. Why didn't you tell us about your brother? Percy, remember the ghost story you told me and Toby, and you two played that trick on me? Well, that story is true, and I was there when the event happened. And when you told me about that story, I just tried to pretend I did not know about it. Broke the spell? But Thomas, before you and Timothy deal with each other, you have to tell me and Percy how it happened. Well, Toby, it all started back in 1915. Back then, the main three engines on the Northwestern Railway was Timothy, myself, and Edward. We were proud to be the three engines working on the railway, but me and Timothy were happy to be working together as brothers. But I was a really cheeky engine back then, and one day I crept up behind Timothy and gave him a fright, and he forced some trucks into some buffers. The Fat Controller's father, who was in charge at the time, asked me what happened. I gave him the story, but I missed out that I tricked Timothy. So he was given the blame. It happened a lot the day after that, until one day the final straw happened. Help! Help! They're pushing me! They're pushing me! On! I raced past Timothy and I smashed into some buffers. Thomas, don't worry, I've got you. But then it happened. Timothy! How many times am I trying to tell you to stop getting Thomas into trouble? Sir, I didn't cause this crash this time, and oh, for God's sake, I don't want to hear your crap. Go to the sheds at once, and you can do the last passenger train of the day. Now get out my sight! Timothy was so upset by the news, and once I was back on the tracks, I went to see him. Timothy, it wasn't your fault. Of course it wasn't. You told the trucks to crash you so you could frame me again. What? No. Why would I? I don't care, Thomas. Just get lost. You're the worst brother I ever had. You don't mean it, do you? I mean it. Now get lost. I felt so bad that what I have done. So I thought I would try and say sorry to him tonight. But then I remembered that he was taking the late night passenger train. So I thought I would try and put things right tomorrow. But that didn't happen. Me and Edward were woken up more earlier by Edward's driver, who brought shocking news. Come on, Edward, the late night passenger train has fallen off a cliff where the viaduct is going to be built. I was shocked by the news and hoped Timothy was okay. But when I arrived at the yards, there laid Timothy on a flatbed, who was all burned up and who was going to be taken away to be scrapped. Thomas, I am really sorry for your loss. It's okay, sir. I led to deep depression over the next few weeks, until one day Edward finally spoke to me. Timothy caused the accident himself. That crash was not your fault, and there was nothing you could do at the time. Thanks, Edward. As the days, months, and years went on, I carried on. But every year on the date of the accident, it always comes back to me and makes me feel guilty. Bless my bell! Wait, Thomas, you're not saying that... Yes, Percy, I'm responsible for Timothy's death. This engine that is now a demon monster, the one that took all those innocent lives with him, is like this because of me.
Well, now that the cat is out of the bag, you are now left with three choices, Thomas. You can be free and let your friends get killed. You can let yourself and your friend let's be free and I chase you home. Or let your friends go and you stay so I can end your life.
You hijacked my friends to try and guide myself to them, which you succeeded at. And I do not want my friends dead, so let them go and take me instead. What? Thomas! No!
A very wise choice, Thomas. You'll improve your decisions the last time we knew each other.
Thomas, this is crazy! You don't have to do this! I have to, Toby. It's the only way Timothy will end his anger. Tell everyone it was a pleasure being with them. Toby, Thomas can't do this. He's Soda's #1, the world's most famous engine ever. Percy, don't worry. We're going to rescue Thomas. But how? I have no idea. I've got an idea. You're here too! Yes. Once I'm gone, I hope the best for you and try and be happy once again. Stop right there.
Damn it, what now? Alright, you in there? Come out.
Edward! You're here! Of course I am, Thomas. Nice attack, Edward.
You idiot! This was not supposed to happen. Thomas was meant to burn out, and I would have succeeded on my revenge.
Well, Timothy, you made one mistake. Never mess with the #1 engine. Edward, thank you so much for rescuing me. I just had to make sure that you were okay, Thomas. Like I say, what would Sodor do without you, Edward? Let's all go home now. You three go on ahead. I will catch up. Of course, Thomas. Timothy, if you can hear me, just to let you know, I'm sorry for all the pain I gave you, and I would really want you to rest in peace, not being a demon that almost killed me.
Don't worry, Thomas.
I will. The 4 engines returned back to Knapford unharmed, and the Fat Controller was thrilled to see them and praised Thomas and Edward for their heroic act. Thomas still lives on every single day now, and he hopes Timothy is resting in peace. And Thomas is proud to be a really useful engine.